Assalamualaikum everyone. In lecture number 3 Python, and we are here going to learn about the initialization of the values. In the lecture number 2 we learned about that how we can get the value from the user, and in today's lesson or in today's lecture we are going to learn about that how we can get the assign the values to that one of the two or more particular variables, and then we can how could process the results as well. So right now I am here going to take another variable which is called num1. We know the rules of the variables, obviously, that the variable must be start with a letter, or you can say the underscore. It could not be start from the number, or you can say the any special character as well. And in Python you are not supposed to declare the variables first. You can directly write down the name of the variable and you can go for the initialization. But if you want to declare, but in Python you can do via comment as well. All right, so in the later videos we will let you know about it, that how can you declare the variables in Python via comments as well. So num1 here I'm going to assign the value which is exactly 78, and num2 which is going to be exactly 52. And what I want to do, I want to add these two numbers, and I am going to process these two numbers by I can say the declaring, or you can say the using another third variable which will be used to store the results. And we are here going to write down the sum equals to, and the thing is where I put the values, that I put the values in num1 and num2 as well. And I right now, and the next is that I am going to display the results on the screen, that what actually I did. And I can do it using via print command, the print command, and I can go further writing directly the name of the variable where the process is going to be stored, and it is exactly sum. And another way another way that is basically used to display the sum on the screen, that is print. And you can go for the write down the prompt, and you always write down the prompt in a double quotes, and that could be basically depends on you. And there is sum of two numbers equals to, and then come out from the quotes, put the comma, and now write down the name of the variable where the process is going to be stored. So the my process is going to be stored in the variable sum. All right, so this is all thing what I basically did. And now I'm going to press the control plus s, and it will save your file or where the location you want to save as well. So here the file is what was already saved. I just deleted the previous code, and here let you know about it, the new code as well. But in the next video I will let you know about it, that how can you save the code as well. So here is the button which is basically used to execute the code, and now I'm going to execute the code. There is, yes, and now here is the output is showing. So there I actually wrote the print sum, and here the sum is 130, because when we go for the 78 and 52, so the result would be 138. But in the next line I actually changed this my style, that I gave the prompt sum of two numbers equals to, and then basically put the variable name with the process was going to be stored, that is sum. So here is the my file output for the second statement, the sum of two numbers equals to 130. All right, so I'm sure it is very clear to you. If there is any problem you can comment, and I will let you know about it, that how can you resolve your issues as well in your basics. Okay, now what I want to do, I want to multiply the numbers always. Okay, so I am going to num1, and then you're going to go for the number which is num2. Okay, and now I want to display the results of all these as well. So and print, and again multiplication of two numbers equals to, I am coming out from the double quote, putting the comma, and the variable name was and again control plus s, again executing it. And here is it is going to be again reading the code again line by line, and is giving the outputs again 130, sum of two numbers equals to 130, and the multiplication of two numbers equals to 40 56. So this is the way that how can you initialize the values before that you take the input from the user. So this if you want to do something, or you want to say process the another process with the rest of the two values, you can go for these options. But if you want something change every time, so for this purpose I have to use the command input, and I basically cleared in the lecture number 2, and you can go for the previous lecture, and it will basically let you clear that how can you use the input commands. And in this video I let you know about it, that how can you initialize the value. Thank you so much. Stay in touch, and we will learn in the next video that how can we use the if else statement. Stay tuned. Thank you so much.